Hey friends, it's Evie with Happily Even After, and I am helping you live your very best life even after you think yours has fallen apart. Stay with me here today. I am going to talk to you about the question or the statement, once a cheater, always a cheater. What do you think? Are you of the belief that once somebody cheats, they'll cheat again and again? Or are you of the belief that when somebody cheats, they can be reformed and restored and be faithful? So leave a comment below and tell me what you think. And I know everybody has a different opinion, and that's fine. I have my own. It is just that. It's an opinion, and it's based on my situation with my ex-husband and what I know to be facts. And if you know somebody who could benefit from this information, please pass it on to them, because I do want to help people who are out there hurting. When people are in the midst of finding out their marriage is falling apart and finding out that their spouse has been having an affair or they're going through a divorce, it's a lonely place, because everything you thought you knew when you woke up that morning isn't what you thought it was. That's how it was for me. I was a school teacher, loving life, thought I had the best marriage on the planet, thought I could teach marriage classes, and I come home and there's another woman in my home. Yep. I was a teacher. I had 20 minutes. I didn't even have a lunch break, but I had 20 minutes to get from school to my house and back to school to a classroom full of third graders. And so I came in, saw this other woman in my parking spot in my garage with it closed, and had to try to figure out what was going on. Or I was shocked when I saw my husband's truck when I was driving down the road. I was so excited that I was going to get to see him. I didn't know why he was home, but I was so excited because I loved that man. I enjoyed being with him, and it had been his birthday. Just about right now. This is April now. It was April, and it had been his birthday. I made him a chocolate cake, and I thought, I'm going to get me a bite of that chocolate cake, and I'm going to run back out the door and get back to school to my kiddos. Well, when I pulled up, there was another car in my spot in the garage, which the garage door was closed, which was strange. There was another woman in there. Thank goodness they were in the living room and not somewhere else. And of course, they made up some lie that she had come by to pick up some papers. I didn't know what was going on, y'all. When I mean to tell you, I was blindsided. That morning before I left to go to school, I thought I had the best marriage. When he kissed me goodbye, I said, I love you more. I love you most. And back and forth. I love you most. I love you more. You know, the whole deal. And that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Thought he loved me more and most and all that too. And then this, I had no idea what was going on. Truly, I was the kind of person, and I had said about him that he could be in a room full of naked women and he wouldn't do anything. He's that faithful. He's that honest. He has morals and values and integrity, and he wouldn't do that. Well, so I had to go back to school within minutes and teach a room full of kiddos, and then try to figure out what in the world just happened. Because where probably the day before I would have told you, yeah, if he was cheating on me, he'd be gone. But now here I am, and I'm in that situation. That's not how I'm feeling at all. I didn't want a divorce. I didn't want to be a divorced person. If you've watched my stuff, you know that from a little girl, young age, I wanted happily ever after. One husband, one wife, under one roof with a whole bunch of kids, living happily ever after. And so I was married, and I didn't want a divorce. And so here I am faced with something really strange is going on. There's a woman in my house. And all I could think was I didn't want a divorce. He said there was nothing going on. and he didn't ask me for a divorce. And so since he stayed, I thought it meant that we would work on this and we would live happily ever after. I thought so. So for 6 weeks, we waited to get into a particular counselor that I was interested in going to, who had spoken at the church where we went. And so we went to see him, and he said marriages, could make it after an affair. So I believed him because that's what I wanted to believe. And I went about doing every single thing that he had told me to do, because I wanted to make sure that I did the right thing so that this marriage worked. But guess what? My ex-husband, my husband at the time, didn't do what he told us to do. Okay, if you're out there and you're watching this and your spouse has had an affair and y'all are working through it and they don't do what the counselor says to do, red flag, red flag, red flag, friends. If the person who cheated on you is not out there working like a madman and insisting on counseling and insisting on doing the homework and insisting that y'all are going to make this work, then I can tell you it's not going to work, because they don't want it to. I know that's hard to hear. And probably if somebody would have told me that, I wouldn't have believed them. But friend, I'm here and I lived through it for you if you choose to take my situation and learn from it. I knew in my heart that he wasn't trying. I went and bought every book and I wanted to get to the root of it. I know if you're out there listening and you found out your spouse is having an affair, you did the same thing. You're like, we're going to get to the root of it. We're going to fix this, because if we can figure out what the problem is and why it happened, then we can fix it. And I believe that's true if it's the cheater that's looking for the solution. But I can just about bet in 90, high 90s, over 95, over 98, probably over 99% of the time, it's not the cheater that's out there looking for the answers. Because here's the thing, if the cheater wanted answers on what was going wrong, they would have been looking for the answers and not the other person. They didn't want to fix the problem. They just wanted to feel good. They just wanted an easy way to take care of it. People who cheat want to find the easy way to feel good. And the sad thing is, and the truth is, the people who are the counterpart to the cheater, the spouse, they're the ones who want to fix everything. They're the ones who want to dig in and want to find out the family secrets, and they want to find out the root of the problem, but the cheater doesn't. So if you're out there and you caught your spouse cheating, first of all, my question to you would be, did you catch them, or did they confess? If you caught them, that's red flag number one. Then if you caught them, did they insist? Did they absolutely insist on counseling? Did they make the appointment? Did they say there's no other way but this, we're making appointment, go into counseling, and this is what we're going to do? Or did you make the appointment for counseling? That's the second thing to look for. The third thing is, did you, the one who's been cheated on, insist that they block that person and they give up all their passwords and they can't see him anymore and they have to stop? Or the cheater say, I never want to see him again. Here's my phone. I'm getting a new number. I'm getting a new job. Let's move to a new house. Whatever might someone who is really serious about changing do. If you're out there and you're watching and you have a spouse that came to you and confessed, changed their phone number and wanted to move and book the counseling themselves, put it in the comments, because there's going to be people who want to talk to you, because you're very rare, very rare. Because I'm betting out of all that I'm talking to out there, if your spouse has had an affair, you caught them, You demanded they don't see the person anymore. You demanded they change their password, and you demanded they go to counseling. Take a look at what you're doing, friend. They're not choosing any of that. And if they're not choosing any of that, there's a reason for it. I know that's hard. Maybe it's harsh. It sucks. It's not what you want to hear, but it's a fact. And if you take notice and if you get out, you may save yourself years of heartache. So those are things to look for. I would love for you to leave a comment and tell me, did you catch your spouse or did they confess? Did they book the counseling session or did you? Did they demand and insist that they change their phone number or did you? I want to hear from you. Let me know. Friends, this is a crappy topic that we have to talk about, or that we are talking about, or that you're watching it, but it is what it is. And here's the thing. Here's the good news. There's life after divorce. There's good life after divorce. There's good life after infidelity when you get divorced. That person that you're married to is not the last person on the planet, and your life is not over. Your life is actually just beginning in a whole new way, new things opening up once you let go. So I'm Evie with Happily Even After, and I'm helping you live your very best life even after you think yours has fallen apart. It just looks like that, friend. It hasn't. It's actually fallen together. So thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.